In the previous C++ video, we talked about the return statement a little bit. Now we're going to dive more into it, as well as a little bit of information with the header. Return statement, it causes a function to end immediately, returning something to the main program. You can return a string, an integer, a boolean, any kind of variable. A function can send a value back to the part of the program that called it, which would typically be in the main method, or if another function called it, it would return it to there. Functions that return a value are known as value returning functions. When defining a value returning function, you must declare what type of value in the function it's going to return. If you look at line 10, for example, it returns an integer for the main. Usually if the program is completed successfully in our int main, it returns a 0. You do this in the function header and in the function prototype. So if you remember the last video, we had a function prototype where we had this void display message. So we can have this method down here, which was void display message. So the return type for this one, it's going to be void. So along with int, boolean, chars, strings, you can also have void, which returns nothing and only prints something out. Any variables assigned inside of our methods or our functions are going to be called local variables. So if I have a string x and it's equal to, we'll just have it equal to nothing right now. This is a local variable and it's local to this main function. Now, if I have a variable out here, like int x is equal, we'll just do string x is equal to nothing as well. If I do this, this is a global variable. Notice how they have the same name. Usually that's not okay. Like if I take this, I put it in here, it's going to give an error. The only reason why it's okay is because this has a different scope than this. Again, this one is global, it can be used anywhere in the program, and this one is local, can only be used in this function. Local functions have precedent over global functions. When you have parameters inside of our method header, so this is the method header, you have your return type, you have the name, and you have these parentheses. Inside of these parentheses are arguments you can pass in. These are the values sent to our function, and again, they're called arguments. When arguments are passed in as parameters, only a copy of those arguments are passed. Changes to the parameter won't affect the original argument unless you do it somewhere in the main function. The parameter is inside of the header, passing it in, it's just passing a copy of it. Programming with functions is modular programming. It's where the program is broken up into multiple functions, specific functions, that perform specific tasks, making our code easier to read, easier to use, and just better overall. In the next video, I'll be going a little bit more in depth with local and global variables, so check that out. And if you want more other C++ videos, check the playlist below the like button. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. And if you liked it, leave a like below. I hope you have a great day on your studies.